Hello, my beloved sisters. Kristen Brown here. Today I want to talk to you guys about why you're finding it difficult to trust. I hear this a lot from women out in the world. They're like, I'm so afraid to date because I just don't trust men. I don't trust that there's any good men out there. And that is understandable because chances are that you have hooked yourself up with users, abusers, jerks, narcissists, and cheaters. What I lovingly refer to as the whack pack. These are guys who come on hard and strong, who are charming as can be, who sweep us off our feet, who tell us everything that we want to hear, who are so glad they met us, who are like, oh, you were made for me, you're perfect, this is great, it's so lovely, it's so wonderful. And they start to fill us up with this. But over time, we start to be treated not the way we want to be treated, which is actually a polarity, because at first they were acting like we were the goddess that they've always waited for. But then over time they treat us like we don't matter, like we're insignificant. They stop making efforts. They put us last. Sometimes they become abusive, whether it's emotionally, physically, or mentally. So what happens? Why is this happening in your life? If you have recognized all those things that I've said, please post down in comments right now. Say, me, hands up, me, I've been with that. Because it's really important that we recognize our pattern. So as we're going through these relationships and we have this history of this, it's understandable that we're going to get to a point where we're going to say, I don't trust men. I don't trust them. There's no good men left, because that has been your experience. And when you've had an experience, the brain automatically wants to go forward and say, yeah, stay away from that, danger, 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 danger. But what's happening is you are not paying attention to the signs along the way, because you are getting so full, or got so full initially by what they were saying. You were sucked in to the abyss that you started making excuses when bad things started happening, because you want to feel that way. And here's the issue. You're looking outside yourself to feel loved. Now, this is confusing to a lot of people because they say, well, I want to feel loved by my person too. Yes. But when you're entering into a relationship with a built-in void of I'm not good enough, I want attention, I want someone to love me, and this is not wrong or bad, you guys. This doesn't make something wrong with you. This is a human experience. Okay, we get to the point in life when we've been so beat down and so many people have told us what we're not, or what we could be better at, or why we are lacking in some department, and they start to drain us and we start to feel like an empty hole. And so we start looking out into the world for that abyss to be full. Well, what happens is we become prime bait for users, abusers, jerks, narcissists, and cheaters, the whack pack. Because when they come in with their hard, fast, and strong behavior, we're just like, oh, it feels so incredibly good at that moment, because there is a void. That void has been empty. Think about, or that cup has been empty. Think about when you're thirsty. You're just so thirsty and something comes in, or some sort of liquid. You're just like, oh, I can't drink enough of this. It feels so incredibly good. And you just want to have more and more and more and more. Right? Because you know what it feels like to have that void. But what happens if you're satisfied, if you're satiated, if you feel already full, or you're not thirsty, you've had tons of water, and someone walks in going, I got this water for you. You're just like, no, that's okay. Thank you though, right? You're not like clamoring to get that thing. The same is true for the insides of us. It's the same is true for our heart and our psyches. When we are void, we're going to be this empty vessel that cannot wait to be full. But when we are full, then we are more choosy and we use more discernment about people that come into our lives. So it isn't that you don't trust men. I mean, you do not trust men, but the antidote is to trust yourself by learning to love yourself. Loving yourself in such a way that somebody's charm, over charm, like clamoring at you, is kind of like, what is that? That's kind of a bit much. You see what I'm saying? Because when someone has ever come at me like that when I was empty, I was like, fawning all over it. When someone came at me like that when I was full, I was like, what are you trying to pull? My vision, my view of it changed because I changed. So often we want these little quick fixes in our life. We want, just give me one sentence that I can fix this with. And we're impatient because we want it now, we want it now. Again, that is the void that we have inside of our heart. If we work to fill that void within ourselves by giving ourselves love, attention, approval, and acceptance, we are in the best position we can possibly be in moving forward in relationships. If you're really honest with yourself, you started to see the flags. They started creeping up and you made excuses. Been there. I know. This is not something that's unusual or weird or makes you or me or any other woman or man that has experienced this bad or wrong or less than or unworthy. It's part of the human experience. But what we need to do is to fill ourselves up first. So when those things start creeping in, we're more apt to say, what is that? And that is not okay. Let me step back from that for a minute. Let me think about it. Let me investigate by asking some questions, do a little research to find out if I'm really seeing what I'm seeing. Maybe just emotionally pull back a little bit from the relationship and give it some more time. We're just more discerning because we're first. Our heart is first. The way we feel is first. We're not vying madly to get this person's attention. We're not trying to be uber nice and uber giving and over the top, trying to get them to like us. We're more in a position of saying, do I like you? Do I like what I'm seeing? And I want to end on one final note that is super important and something that will change your life is the people that come on hard and strong like that. They are charmers. They are narcissists. They are users, abusers. They are the whack pack because they know how to manipulate. They know exactly what to do and say to get you sucked into them. You see what I'm saying? They know. The sad truth is many, I know so many quality men, and you guys know how much I love men. I appreciate the male species incredibly. I love men. I love the heck out of men. And I know there are so many incredible men out there. I mean, I meet them. I see them. I hear them. I coach them. I talk to them. They're my friends. Handsome as can be. Great at their jobs. Amazing families. Manners. They treat women right. And guess what? They're having the same experiences that you're having. Okay? Because here's why. Because they're good-hearted and they're not con artists and they're not coming on hard and strong. Good men want to get to know you just as much as you want to get to know them. They want to know what you're all about. They want to see if you are emotionally safe. They want to see if you can hold space for them as much as they can hold space for you. You see what I'm saying? The whack pack just wants to take from you. A good man wants to give and take from you. Do you see the difference? But they don't come on hard and strong. They're not going to sweep you off their feet telling you all of these things that you've wanted your whole life to hear from some guy. Over time, they may say that to you. Over time, they may say, I'm glad I waited to find you. Or they watch you playing with your cat one day and they just say, you're just so beautiful. I love the way you laugh. They will say those things, but they're not going to use that to snare you, to get you in their trap. So what's the key? The key is learning to love yourself so that you don't have that void inside you, that thirst, that hunger that's just going to suck up any old thing that comes your way. I'm very leery when people say, it was just a whirlwind romance. It is possible. Those stories are out there. I know people. But it's not always possible. That's the smaller percent of what can happen. So sitting and banking on this to happen for you is like playing the lottery. And I love that there's a cute little lady right there. Look at her. Hi, little friend standing there on the phone. Okay, I hope this really resonated with you guys today. And I want you to know that right now I am launching the start of the brand new and will never be offered at this low price again, the Self-Love to Soulmate Masterclass. It is a 6-week class where we are going to delve deep into learning how to love yourself so that we can position you to match up energetically with your ideal man, because he's out there. And guess what? He's waiting for you. He can't wait to find you, but he cannot find you when you are wasting time on the wrong men. All you have to do is go to kristenbrown.org/soulmate and read what's going on in there. Check out what this course is all about. Hit and roll, sign yourself up. It's going to be an amazing 6 weeks. And I am so passionate to teach this to you guys. I cannot wait to get you guys in this group because I know you have everything it takes to attract the perfect man for you. And he's not going to be perfect. I always have to disclaim that because nobody is. But he's going to be perfect for you, and you're going to be perfect for him. All right, you guys, so much love to you. Mwah. kristenbrown.org/soulmate. I'll see you inside.